you want to just like walk out of the mirror for a second, I'll walk to you. And this will be better. Okay, turn this around. Yeah! Boom! Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Lorenzo with Unicorn Riot. We're here at Local Hustle in Minneapolis, Minnesota, a Black and Indigenous people of color makers market. Again, we're going to be walking you through this market. I'm going to go show you what it looks like right now. Just real quick, again, thank you to everyone who's been donating and making this like feed possible. Just go to Unicorn Riot, click donate, click what you can, give what you can. If you have a $5 or more recurring donation right now, you will get some gifts. So I just want to point that out really quick. This is all we do this for. We're nonprofit. That's me. I'm now going to hand the mic off to Lo, who's going to tell us about what's going on here.
Hi, my name's Lo. I use they, them pronouns. I'm the Pickle Witch. I'm also one of the organizers for Support Local Hustle. Support Local Hustle is a bunch of artists and makers getting together and creating a safer space for Black, Indigenous, people of color vendors and for the public to come and support us. Our sales are pop-ups, so they occur in different locations, and they are free to attend. We have a lot of things that we do to support vendors because we really want new vendors and vendors who are on the hustle, so they might not have a formal business, to be able to make money, try out their products, and just like share what they do with the world. And I would love to introduce you to some of our vendors. Hi. Would you mind introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about what you're doing here?
Sure. So my name's Mia Ulysse, and I have kinky candles here. They are candles that are specifically designed for massage. So not the kind of candles that you light and just walk away, but you light them up and they melt into a body oil and are really good for your body in the winter, or if you're just trying to have some intimate hand-on-hand contact. Yeah.
And can you tell me
Yeah, so if you go on Facebook and look up Kinky Candles, both with a K, so K with Kinky and Candles K, then you can look us up. Otherwise, we'll be around at different markets.
And can you tell me a little bit about why it's been important to you to sell at a BIPOC vendor market?
Yeah, it's a really amazing space. Everybody's really supportive of one another, and like if somebody needs tape, if someone has tape, or if they have a napkin, and that feels really good. And also, it just feels like it has a better energy than other markets that I've been to. So, they're my favorite markets. Yeah.
Hi friends, would you mind introducing yourself and your shop?
I'm Sai, and this is my shop, PS Studio shop, and I'm also with Thrifty Christy on the side.
And can you tell us a little bit about your products?
I sell custom-made stickers and also crocheted keychains, and then also made little sweet boxes. They're all handmade. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Etsy.
And what is important to you about being in an all BIPOC space?
Just being able to share space with everyone who's comfortable with other people and being supportive.
This is very good on me. No, it's okay.
Would you mind introducing yourself and telling us a bit about your products?
Hello, my name is Marcelina, and my line is Honey Crisp Collection, and I make polymer clay jewelry, so just cool, funky, one-of-a-kind stuff.
What's important to you about being in an all BIPOC space?
Everything. That's, I think, like the biggest thing for me is the safety of it, and the just kind of like energy that the space brings in a BIPOC sale is completely different than most other sales in Minnesota because of where we are. So this is awesome and really appreciated. My process is I sit in my house and relax a little bit, have some wine sometimes, and when it's appropriate, aka whenever I want, and just basically like go for it. And it's fun and super stress relieving because it's like working with clay. So yeah. My process is have fun. What? You can find me at Instagram at honeycrisp.co. Yeah.
It's going great. Would you mind introducing yourself and telling us about your products today?
Yeah. So my name is Chef Peter, and what I'm doing today is I'm making comfort monk food. So I'm making rice porridge with the option of turkey, monk sausage, or my personal favorite, oyster mushrooms. Yeah, so just kind of doing traditional monk flavor, but with like a modern twist to it, and just showing what kind of food you can make with the money you have, and what kind of background I have. So yeah, that's what I'm making today.
And why is the BIPOC space important to you?
So the reason why this is important to me is because I can see people doing business who looks like me, and we all have the same struggle where it's like, in this industry, being a BIPOC, it's harder for us to come out and be like, we can do it too. But to see a community come out like this, like, oh, this is beautiful. Our people can do it too, So that's why I love this kind of thing.
Where do your recipes come from?
So a lot of my recipe comes from my mom and just me being in a culinary field, because, the things you learn and the things you taste, you kind of just switch it up to your taste buds. I have a business card. Well, you can find me on social media. I have my business card. Can you grab me my business card? Bam. Yeah, so hit me up. I do collaborations and everything. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Okay, hello.
This is wonderful.
Will you please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your products?
Sure. Hi.
Around here.
Yeah, sure. Hello. Thank you. Hello, my name is Tori Hong, and I am a Minneapolis-based artist, illustrator, zine maker, workshop facilitator, and I'm here selling prints of my artwork. So I've got large-scale prints, we've got some cards that are blank on the inside, zines that I've made, and also stickers. And everything that I produce is rooted in relationships, whether it's your relationship with yourself, with food, with animals, with the planet, with others. That's what drives me in my work.
Can you say something about your experience being a co-organizer?
Yes. Another thing is that I am a co-organizer of the Support Local Hustle pop-ups. I've been doing this for about a year and a half now, and it's a volunteer, all of this is volunteer run, and the reason why I do this is because it's an amazing space. It brings in amazing people and amazing energy, and I love being a part of it every single time. So hopefully for many years to come.
How do we find you?
And you can find me on Instagram at tori.hong or online at www.torihong.com. So, thank you.
Tori is a rock star organizer. Please hire her. She's amazing. Helps me run this event and also sometimes my life. Hello. Would you mind introducing yourself and your products?
Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Sam, and what you are seeing, what I've got here today, is an expression of the rest of my work. I'm a professional intuitive and a death doula, so you're actually seeing my beaded sanity on the table. It's beadwork and resins. The tarot deck I authored is here with me as well, and a lot of this is an expression of that other work.
Yeah. So I started.
What's important about a BIPOC space?
What's most important about a BIPOC space to me is that there is support for expressions that don't fit the mainstream narrative. My work in particular is absolutely an identity expression, and being able to be in that space and welcomed into that space with other people who are running off their truth and their identity is critically important to me. So I am online both on Instagram and Facebook at Companion in Shadow and at companioninshadow.com.
All right, moving along. A lot of people at the market. It gets a little crowded. Excuse me. Hello. Would you mind introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about your products?
My name is Anela Salaskar, and I live here in Minneapolis, and everything that I do here is all gourd related. So it started out with me doing work with these. These are called helmets, or makini or ikaika helmets. They're really kind of a common thing for us to have in Hawaii. We hang them from our rearview mirrors. And then I also started making some jewelry out of fragments from some of the larger gourds that are too thin to do big projects with. And everything on like the jewelry is made to benefit the efforts in Mauna Kea right now. So all the proceeds go straight up to them. And then for this holiday season, I used these small gourds to make holiday ornaments. So they're just various designs that I came up with, all inspired by Hawaii, where we come from.
Can you tell me a little bit about what's happening?
Yeah, for sure. So for about the last 4 months, we've been protesting the efforts to build a 14th telescope up on Mauna Kea, on the summit of Mauna Kea. This particular telescope is 18 stories high, and it'll drill 2 stories down into the ground. They've been protesting for decades, but this particular protest has really gained some momentum, and people have been living up there essentially for the last 130 days now. My personal journey with them? Sure. So I come from a background of dancing hula, and when I was away for a long time, I took 20 years off of hula, and it was really hard on my heart. And some of the things that we use in hula are made from gourds. And so I figured if I couldn't be close to home and I couldn't be close to my culture, then I could at least pick the things up. And I just ordered some and started working, and it turned into this mild obsession. I can be found on Instagram at Anela Barboza, or on Facebook at Becca Anela. Yeah.
Can you spell it?
It is. Let's see. How's that? Does that work? Okay. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Hi, would you mind introducing yourselves and your product?
Sure. Hi, my name is Nolan. The product we have is called Basic Butter, and it's an all-natural body butter. It's really good for your skin. And what's your name?
Hi, I'm DK. I'm also with Body Butters. We have natural butters here. We use coconut oil, shea butter as our base, and we pair it along with essential oil, 100% pure. We take custom orders as well, so if people have something they like to smell like, they can go online to our website and order something that works for them.
So this is your first time vending your product. I was wondering if you could tell me something about that you've had a little anxiety about, or questions about that you've worked through to get here.
Well, I'm an introvert, so it's a little hard for me to talk, but I'm glad I got my partner here to talk for me sometimes when I don't want to talk. I guess in the future when I do more, I just kind of want to do more than expected, because we're about to sell out, and it's not even close to 4 o'clock right now. It's 12:37, so I think we're doing a pretty good job.
And how has Support Local Hustle supported you in coming to the market?
It's provided us an opportunity to, let us know there's a community of, local BIPOC people out here who have their own business, and, it makes us feel less alone. We got, a community we can fall on and ask questions to. So it's been a really great learning experience for us, and we're just really glad to be here.
Yeah, also reposting our reposting us on their Instagram and stuff. I really like that too. People usually don't, but I was happy for that because people was walking up to us saying, "Oh, we seen you on their website." I'm like, "Oh, thanks. That's good."
And how can we find you on the internet?
You can find us at basicbutter.com. This is our card. Oh, there. Yeah, that's it too.
Your table looks really great for first time. It's beautiful. You did a wonderful job. I'm really happy that you're here.
Pretty validating for us as well. It's been pretty validating for us as well because we did have a little bit of anxiety with our product and how far it was going to go, but with the input that we've been getting, it's been really encouraging.
Mm-hmm. So the market is also a good place to kind of try it out and like refine what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next. We're going to move right behind you. Hello. Would you mind introducing yourself and telling us about your product?
Yes. I'm Ishwari Rajak, and my business is Isu's Himalayan Foods, and I mostly do chocolates. This is my main product. I do chai chocolate with chai spices. This is chocolate with cayenne pepper. It's hot. And this one is milk ginger I call. So these are the main chocolates. And I also do hot chutneys. These are all organic and mostly from my garden. Products are from garden. So I made these this summer. And I also make some soups. Right here. These are recipes from my cooking classes because I do cooking classes too. At different places, I do cooking classes at the Mississippi Co-op, St. Paul Community Ed, Good Acre, Seward Co-op, places, different places.
Your chocolates are beautiful. Can you tell us about where you get your flavor inspiration?
Oh yes, I'm from Nepal, and when I decided to start my business, I said I want to do something that's closer to home, where I'm from, my Nepal, like this, you can see. And I decided, because spices from the Himalayas, we say, we can relate to it, like when you say Himalayas, it's like spices. So I decided to just do spices and something fun, which is chocolates. So this is hot one, cayenne pepper, and this is milk ginger, and chai.
What is important about a BIPOC space for you?
It's very important for me because I'm new to the vending world, hustling world, and it's very important for me to feel comfortable because it's not all the time that I'm. It's important to me and my soul. Let's say that.
How has the market supported you in coming here today?
Oh, this is so much fun. I've never been in a place. It's just fun. I will have to go around looking at different products and how people are so open and smiling. I love being here. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Will you tell us where to find you?
Pardon?
Where to find you?
Oh, yes. I do different markets. Right now I'm doing farmers market, New Brighton farmers market on the second, it's once a month on second Wednesday, 3 to 7. I'm also doing some pop-ups at in Northeast Minneapolis. I'll be here next month and the month after. So and then if you look at my website or follow me on Instagram, which is Himalayan_chef, I post about myself there. Thank you.
Hello. Would you mind introducing yourself and telling us about the products you brought today?
Oh, for sure. Hey, my name is Rowan. I use they, them pronouns. I brought a bunch of lovely different plant and herbal medicines. Most of the plants here that were used to make the medicine I grew, friends grew, a lot of them are local. We harvested them throughout the season. They're very loved and cared for, and I'm really excited about that. There's teas, there's hand tea blends, lip balm, different tinctures that really focus on stress and supporting and nourishing the nervous system. Different sprays, which are just really good supports, especially for micro and macroaggressions and like wintertime. I'm really excited because I made some herbal salts for the first time, and so all the herbs were grown in the garden, and then it was really beautiful. I was gifted some Himalayan pink salt, so it's like a nice little salty blend. And then I also have remade some of my smoking blends, which I haven't done in a while, which are really beautiful supports.
Can you tell me about some of the organizing work you do?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm also co-founder of Herbalists for Racial Justice. We're a local group that comes together and is really focused on redistribution of access and reciprocity. So we get together once a month, and we have IBPOC Herb Learning Circle that we just get together, talk about plants, talk about how we're doing, and then make medicine together. We offer free herbal care, mini consultations, and then like herbal care packages for BIPOC folks, and then we ask accomplices to be awesome accomplices, and we do a sliding scale for them to help us keep us sustainable. Right now we're about a group of maybe 8 to 12 herbalists that work together, which is really sweet, and we have partnerships in Seattle, New York, New Mexico, and Wisconsin. You can find us on Facebook, Herbalist for Racial Justice, or you can send us an email, herbalist4rj@gmail.com. You can find me running around. I do a lot of organizing and stuff. You can also find me on Facebook, Rowan Emanuel, or on Instagram, which is Meepses. Yeah, or with Blanca. Either way.
Can you tell me about what the BIPOC space has meant to you? Because you're not a first-time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this space has been so magical and so beautiful. Like, it's almost like home in a way, especially for like, I was like, I don't know what, like I was so busy leading up till today, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, why am I here? And I got here and my whole body just like took a deep breath, and HTL has this beautiful artwork that says a full-bodied yes, and I'm like, yes, this is what that means to me, is that full-bodied yes.
Hello. Can I ask you to introduce yourself and tell us about the products you brought today?
Hi there, my name is Blanca, also I go by Blancs. What I had today is a series of like beaded things, talismans, earrings, patches, bracelets. I have some glass stuff as well here that you can see. I also do custom work. Here you see some teeth, some buffalo teeth earrings. I did a little bit of everything just because I'm a classically trained artist. I am also an autistic Indigenous artist, two-spirited as well, so that factors into like everything I do. And as you can see here, I have a variety of things, so even some eagle heads down there. So yeah.
Can you tell me about your custom work?
Yeah, so the custom work I do ranges in everything from like large patches of crows, pictures of crows, you know, to like pictures of loons as well. I'm doing a lot of birds lately, actually. So my custom work is reflective of a lot of my gender identity and in my culture specifically as well. I consider myself an indigenous nerd, so an indigenous nerd. I have done like bracelets before with like Super Mario and Pac-Man and things like that, and those sell pretty well as well. But right now I'm trying to do more cultural stuff to kind of fulfill my art needs as well.
What's your favorite piece that you brought today?
Say that again?
What's your favorite piece that you brought today?
My favorite piece today is always going to be my little cube buddy. It's layers of glass upon glass upon glass, and I just sanded it down myself by hand, and it's like my favorite. It's my little self-portrait of 2017, I like to say, so definitely my little talisman. So,
and where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Tough Cookies Art. I'm also on Twitter as well with Tough Cookies Art. Facebook, I don't have a Facebook yet just because I think that's a little creepy, but you know, we'll figure that out if it comes to that, you know? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Your table looks beautiful. All right, it's a little crowded. We have one more person to talk to. Gonna move right through here. It looks like HC is busy, so why don't we look at my table? So, again, I'm Lo. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm the Pickle Witch. I'm the founder of this market, and I own a business where I make all gluten-free, vegan, probiotic, fermented pickles. So today I have some fermented cucumbers that are a garlic dill. I have a kimchi style, which is spicy. I have sea greens, which is ginger with some sea vegetables, so it's very umami, little like sea vibes with the ocean vegetable. I have a medium hot sauce, chai blossom vinegar, and I sell kombucha starter, comes with a free zine. I make food to sustain myself, but I also make a lot of art, and my favorite things to make are zines. So this one is about cultural appropriation and being a pickle witch. This one has an unrequited queer love story and talks about death. This one's about the science of bean farts. This one is about the magic of salt, and I have instructions on how to make your own kombucha. I screen print everything myself, I label everything myself. Most of the vegetables I get from local farmers. I vend at the Midtown Farmers Market in the summer. I buy all my vegetables there and I bring them back to the market. I have a jar deposit system, so I get a lot of repeat customers that really care about packaging. Packaging is something that I'm maybe like a little obsessed about. I try to use like really high quality canning jars so that people have a reusable container. They don't have to throw this in the recycling bin. They can make jams, they can put their lunch in it, drink their coffee out of it. I try to keep my footprint as small as possible, which I feel like is a challenge for a small business, because there are times when you just have to like Amazon Prime something because it's the day before the market and you forgot something. But I do try to like be really intentional about how I run my business as well as this market. Heather, who we're going to talk to next, is one of the co-organizers of this market, and Tori, who we already spoke to. They're both visual artists, so a lot of the materials, the prints and flyers that we do for the market, I take money that's donated by patrons who walk in to run the market. So I try to pay people for any art that they give us. We have sliding scale vendor fees, so if people do work trade, dropping off tables, helping us set up, helping us clean up, anything like that, you can get a reduced or free vendor fee. We just want to make it as accessible as possible. And this is a cash-only market, and we're very intentional about that. Vendors can choose to take digital payment if they like, but we want to make sure that, like, if you don't have that system set up, that you are not going to be left out of making money. Also, those credit card companies, those points off of that digital money and that digital transaction does not help our community. That money leaves our community and it never comes back, and often goes to fund pipelines and things that actually hurt us. So by having this be a cash market, we're trying to keep the dollar in our community and also to keep money out of corporate hands. I'm going to see if Heather is available. Ooh, busy table. Excuse me.
I'm going to definitely let Ita and Aaron know that this came from you. Yes. I'm going to take another card.
Hello, Heather. Would you mind introducing yourself and your products?
Of course. Hey there, my name is Heather. I also go by HCL or HC. My work here, I'm part of HCLOU Art. I am a local artist. I do a lot of multimedia, mixed media art, so watercolor, prints, zine making. I identify as a really angry Gemini Earth Dragon woman of color who's also queer and disabled here in the Twin Cities. And so all of my art is accessible for folks either online by following me at HCLOU on Instagram, and or you can just give me a holler through Support Local Hustle. I'm one of the co-organizers, so thanks for your support. So for me, Black, Indigenous, people of color, or BIPOC space is about finding ways to redistribute wealth, to dismantle white supremacy and colonialism, right? Because we live in spaces that really are historically violent for a lot of folks who identify as BIPOC. And so those of us who have multiply marginalized spaces, we have co-created a critical community to support each other, as well as to address the ways that racism and sexism, genderism, ableism, etc., have impacted whether or not we could even enter into a market as a local maker or vendor. And so, yeah, so that's why I'm here.
Can you tell me about your process or how your art connects to healing?
Sure. So in terms of art and healing, I identify as a survivor. I've experienced violence, as well as I identify as someone with multiple mental health and or ability-related aspects of my identity. And so for me, creating art is really about processing the feelings and the ways that I've experienced oppression as well as liberation. And so everything that I create is really focusing on a womanist, like post-colonial understanding of identity. And so every piece that I make is about identity, as well as finding ways to at least give voice and share experiences that I've had in the Twin Cities and beyond. Thank you. Yeah, that's my card. Oh, thanks. Isn't it so tiny and cute? Thank you.
All right. So I realized that I neglected to mention that to follow Pickle Witch, you can find me at picklewitch.org or on Instagram at Pickle Witch. You can follow Support Local Hustle on Instagram at Support Local Hustle. Please come down. We have 3 more markets planned. I appreciate you being here.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to walk back over here into the mirror. All right, there it is. All right, this is Lorenzo with Unicorn Riot. We want to bring you here to this informal market where Black and Indigenous people are coming together to be able to sell their wares. All of them you saw were handmade. And also, as you heard Lo say, keep that money and that economy in the community, and the queer and Black and Indigenous people of color community. And so I think they're accomplishing that. It seems like it. You also heard that there's going to be 3 more markets. And so if you like this coverage, let me know, because I was kind of thinking about following all these makers through the next 3 markets and bringing you back here to see how their wares are going, what they develop, what's changed. I kind of thought it was an interesting idea. So if you're into that, let me know. You can comment and like in the live feed you're seeing right now. And again, we're a 501c3 educational nonprofit. If you like this sort of coverage where we come and talk to folks who we need to come and talk to, please support our work. Well, we can't do this without donations. As you heard, they're getting donations. I don't know that I was going to ask for donations because I have to, but that's the only way this operation operates. So go to Unicorn Riot /donate. You'll see we have a donation drive going. Keep Unicorn Riot going great or good. Keep Unicorn Riot growing. Keep Unicorn Riot growing. Wow. Oof. Keep Unicorn Riot growing in 2020. Next year's the election cycle. We plan to be in the street a lot. So again, if you like this sort of stuff, please donate. You can give whatever you want. You can go ahead and go buy it. And I'm going to give you a little swipe of this. So again, we're here at Local Hustle in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I was Lorenzo, sort of your producer, host. I did get some help from Lo, who ran around and had us interview all of these tables. You'll go and be able to find, Black and Indigenous people of color makers. You can see here's different markets. So there's December 21st, February 8th, March 21st. Again, I'm kind of interested in following this for a little bit, just to see where people get. And these other markets, this is the first one. From my understanding, it could be way bigger. So if you do like this stuff, please go ahead and comment in the comment bar. You want to keep getting updates, hit follow, hit the little alert bell on the YouTubes, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. I think I'm going to give you a swipe of the room. And thanks so much for joining us today to have this walkthrough of Local Hustle here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, a Black and Indigenous people of color makers market, and I guess an informal economy. People just trying to keep money in their community instead of, like Lo said, using a credit card and all those fees go away, or you buy something from the internet and all that money leaves the community. So here you have all these makers who are keeping the money in the community. Thought it'd be interesting to come see. So again, I don't think I'm missing anything. I'm going to check my phone, which I haven't been able to do this whole time. So hopefully everything worked out. Hold on 1 second. All right, that is it. 1 second. All right, again, thanks for joining us. Again, thanks for joining us. Follow us on all those different feeds. We'll keep doing this.